Alright, people, I already got a comment about something a long time ago that really friggin' pissed me off. Now I'm going to talk to you about something that might piss you off a little bit more harder than ever. Now, this is something that really pisses me off. Why in the freaking hell are you people complaining about Boku no Pico? Yeah, we're going to talk about that, whether you idiots like it or not. Alright? So strap yourself to your chair, get comfy. You're going to hear my goddamn opinion about this series. Alright. I am tired of hearing from everybody because, oh, this program is offensive because they show a grown man having sex with a little boy. Okay. There's got to be more to it than just that, folks. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it too. And you know what? I didn't actually get offended by it. It's not bad. Literally, it's not bad. Okay? I watched this whole 3 episodes and never flinched. Yeah. I got balls. I saw all 3 of these, never flinched, and enjoyed it. Here's why I enjoyed it. First of all, even if the grown man was having sex with Pico, number one, Pico wasn't running away. He wasn't screaming, wasn't yelling. Okay? He wasn't being forced. Okay, to you people it might be sick, it might be wrong, but you want to know what? It's hentai. Okay? It's fucking hentai. If you have seen this and haven't got past the sex scene with him, then you know what? I hate to break this to you. You haven't seen the hentai that I've seen. I've seen darker, worse hentais I've ever seen. I am sick and friggin' tired of hearing all of you complain about, oh, because Pico had sex with a grown man. So what? Have you watched like a hentai series called Sex Taxi? Okay, if you couldn't stomach 3 episodes of Boku no Pico, then you can't stomach 36 episodes of Sex Taxi. Oh dear God. This is the worst hentai I've ever seen in my life. It is the most darkest, offensive, disgusting anime I have ever seen. I swear to you, I swear to God, this is disgusting, sick, and wrong. If you really, really think that Boku no Pico is this bad, then you haven't suffered Sex Taxi. A friend of mine dared me to watch all 36 episodes. And dear God, I felt like I had to take a cold shower for the rest of my life, every day, every minute every minute by the hour. Do you know what Sex Taxi is? Folks, do you want to know what Sex Taxi is? A perverted man who has sex with all types of females. Little girls, teenage girls, college girls, women, married or single. He finds ways to dig dirt on them, and the only way for them to keep quiet is abduct them into his taxi cab, take him into an abandoned little girls' school, and have his way with them. In semi-BDSM. If you think Boku no Pico is that wrong because there's one scene where, you know, a grown man has sex with an underage boy, then you haven't stomached Sex Taxi. Sex Taxi is wrong. Come on, folks. You guys have brains. If you watch hentai, then this is nothing compared to what I've seen. Sex Taxi is the most disgusting, offensive, insulting hentai I have ever seen. And there's others. There's many others that I've seen that are dark, demeaning, sick, wrong. They all end on, the most saddest notes ever. Believe me, you want to see some dark ones, trust me, I'll give you a list. I will give you guys a list. But you people need to stop crying because, oh, Boku no Pico, had sex with with a grown man, with a little boy. Okay, quit your whining. There's many other hentais and animes that have gotten away with this. Countries can't ban it. You just don't watch it. If you think this is bad, the other two aren't as any worse. Because the grown man never came through the rest of the show. He was on there just once, and after that, he was never seen again. The rest of the stories rely on to the rest of the characters. So I don't want to hear any more naysayers, any uploaders out there crying about Boku no Pico being the worst. Grow some balls, people. Grow some freaking balls. I watched Boku no Pico and I never flinched. Why is this a problem? Seriously, why is this a problem? Okay, it might be gross for the first time you see it. But after a while, if you kind of get used to the sexual formats in life, trust me, there's really nothing you can do about it. You gotta stomach it somehow. I don't understand why, this hentai is this bad. There's other people that have complained about that they have sex with each other, or they dress in drag. Okay, I'm going to get on your naysayers about this. Have any of you ever experimented when you were like in summer camp? Have you ever tried to do your experimentations with with a girlfriend or a boyfriend, depending on your nationality? I did at that age. Don't feel ashamed about it, and I don't care. I'm not sick, I'm not crazy, I'm not out of my mind. I've experimented with sex at a young age because I had a mother who was a friggin' prostitute. So believe me, I've seen all that crap growing up as a kid. So really, you got no offense on that. You should really have no offense to that. And also with them wearing girls' clothing. Okay? Enough with this. It's anime. Just because they have a fashion faux pas doesn't mean we have to be fashion police about every stupid little problem. I really do not understand why you people are this complaining over, a hentai series that is disgusting. If you want to see some dirty ones or some pretty offensive ones, trust me, I can name you about 10 of them right now. I've seen some pretty dark ones, some pretty offensive ones. Trust me. If you think this is bad, I've seen some pretty dark ones. I've seen a lot of them that have given me nightmares. Just seeing the story of how, all of this happened. Seeing the previews on the DVDs that I had, back in the days, I think seeing the series that they had, I think there was many of them that I wish they never made. And I don't know how in the world that, Japan would get away with any of this and distribute it here to the United States or other countries. You want to know? I'll give you my 10, okay? Please, Doctor, Panty Flash Teacher, Rape Train, Foxy Nudes, and others. Those are dark, depressing, nightmarish, and they all end on a bad note. Trust me. If you haven't seen these series, believe me, there's others out there. There's tons of them that I have seen since 1999. And like I said, most of those hentai series have given me total nightmares. I don't know why they were aired, don't want to know why, I don't know, and I don't care. But you people need to stop crying and complaining that Boku no Pico is this bad. Just because there's one scene that might be drawn out for most of the time in the first episode where a grown man has a little bit of romance with Pico. Well, okay. First of all, the grown man didn't hold up a knife or a gun or force him to do it. He wanted to do it. Pico actually was enjoying it. Trust me. You know, if it was a little bit more different, like if the grown man had a gun or a knife, took him into, like, say, a deserted building or something like that, then I would have been offended a lot more, just like you would. But this is just ridiculous. Oh, they were in the car and they were having an ice cream, and then they started to have a little romance. Okay, why would you be this offended by it? Seriously, where would you be offended by it? Where is it wrong? Okay, if this was real life, then it would be a different story. But you can't complain over an anime for something that isn't going to change. I really don't like it when people complain about the same stupid problem when you can go around it. Okay? If you don't like that part, skip it. We have technology, use it. Or mostly you can do something a little bit more better. Don't watch the series. For all the uploaders who have seen this series and got creeped out, or cringed, or offended, or insulted by it, I pity you. I pity you all. Because, you want to know why? Because you haven't seen the darkness of hentai. This is nothing compared to what hentai has done. There's a huge library of hentai series that are dark, depressing, worse than Boku no Pico. Okay? So this is just a complete, tweak of the ear, you haters. Enough with the naysaying about a grown man having sex with a little boy in Boku no Pico, okay? Man up. Seriously, man up. If you couldn't stomach this, then you're not ready for the second two. And you're not ready for what I've seen. I've seen just as worse. I'm going to stop here with this rant because there's not much I'm going to cry about it. So if you don't like what I'm saying, dislike it or not, or just skip the video itself. If you don't like it, screw you. Okay? Everybody, for all you naysayers, screw you. Goodbye.